So we are back again. This is second or third Kickstarter, depending how you count in Germany, from Cranio. The big one was Barrage, of course, and this one here is also a gamer's game.
Yes, it is. Not as heavy as Barrage, but still really impressive.
It's called Anunnaki.
Anunnaki.
What's the theme of the game? It sounds a little bit like Egypt or something like that.
Yeah, it is a cross between mythological elements and sci-fi, because we have a different pantheon of gods. Each player has a pantheon. For example, here we have Vikings.
All right.
And Babylon, Egypt, and Greek is not here. Here you see the setup for 3 players. Is missing one, the Greek one. And then in the expansions, we already sell them on Kickstarter. You will find 2 more pantheons, the Japanese and the Maya pantheon.
Okay.
So in total we have 6 with the expansion. And so we have asymmetrical factions, of course. You have one power at the beginning of the game,
which is fixed on the fraction which I have, or can I choose from it?
No. It's based on the faction that you have, and then during the game you can summon gods, and by summoning gods you unlock new powers of your pantheon. Because at the beginning of the game you will use the followers, the small one, and then by unlocking, now I will show you how it works, the action selection that I think is the core of the game. You have your star on your player board, and with the pawn you will move on the path from the star to select the actions. Okay, and if you move in a path that is connected to the action you did before, you will put a summon cube, and as soon as you close a triangle, for example, here, you will summon a minor god. So you take one.
And then you can use it.
And you can use it, and you unlock his power
right.
also, okay? So you take in the place of one follower. As soon as you close the pentagon, you will unlock the major god.
I see.
In this case will be Odino, of course, for the Vikings. And unlocking also new powers. That gives a lot of asymmetrical aspect of the game. The game is a 4X, so you need to, you have, of course, different strategies. You can explore the map, conquer territories, and you start from your home planet, and you will move on Gaia. That at the center of Gaia you have
we share with the other players then?
Sorry?
This is a shared platform with the other players?
You can go also in other players' home planet.
Okay.
But you start from yours. You have your capital territory, and in the middle of Gaia there is the Atlantis territory, and if you conquer the Atlantis territory, you will get also the artifact cards that will give you some special powers for the rest of the game. At the beginning of the game, on the map, you will find the ancient civilization tile. So you will make war against the ancient civilizations or other player, of course. Each player has a deck of weapon cards. Different weapon cards that
you can unlock or buy or build.
You have to buy them. Yes, with special actions. Here you can buy new cards. You start with just defense cards, and then you buy the strongest one. Yes. So.
I get resources, I guess, from the symbols, which I have here markers for.
Yes. And then here you have the contract spot cards that give you victory points, and you can advance on the 4 tracks. and all the in each game you will have different winning condition. Those object tiles will multiply the points you get on each track. So and they change each time.
Game session.
Yeah. Exactly. So a lot of variability, a lot of different strategy. It's
so you can do a lot of war against the other players, but you don't have to, as in the 4X game. You can also explore stuff.
Exactly. Yes.
And you have to get resources and build your fraction. And I guess you cannot get all the points from all lines here. You have to do some special ones. All right. How long does a game take when you play it?
Oh well, I think it's a good point because it's usually less than 2 hours.
Okay.
So the complexity is high. Is satisfying game, but it doesn't. The length is not that long compared to other titles of the same size.
And you can play it with 2 players or with 6 players. So from 2 to 6.
For the base game, from 2 to 4, and then there is the one expansion that contains the 5th player component.
The 5th player, all right.
Yes.
And the game will be available in English, Italian, German?
English for sure.
English for sure. All
yeah,
right.
but we on Kickstarter we will give the possibility to the bakers to take the language-dependent components in their language. So the German, French, Spanish, and Italian bakers already have the cards in their language. Yes. Right. So they just have as soon as they receive the game, they can play in their language.
And from the Kickstarter, there will be pledge goals when a lot of guys pledge it.
If you see, this is the big box from the Kickstarter. Is really deep in comparison to the base game, because there are, as I was saying, 3 expansions. One is for the campaign with 8 different scenarios that you can play, all with different games and different modules that you can play, and with also the story that go on during the scenario. And then the other 2 expansions have different modules that you can add or change. So really a lot of different modules. Yes.
When are you planning to release the game?
I think in between May and June we will fulfill the Kickstarter bakers, and then it will be released soon after that. Yes.
Latest in Essen then?
Before Essen.
Before Essen.
Yes.
And if it goes to retail, you can buy the base game and the extensions?
No, for this year only the base game.
All right.
Yes, because one of the good thing of the Kickstarter was that you can have all the expansions together now, and we will release the expansions from the next year on.
All right.
Yes.
Great. So that are your new games.
But if you want to have those are already from the expansions. This is one of the modules, the mythological creatures, and also the new factions. So we showed already something.
Right.
Yes.
Great. So that are your new games for this year?
Yes.
And I think we see you latest then in October in Essen.
Yes, sure. Yeah.
And of course next year. All right. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And wish you luck till the next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.